And we're in church. If you give me a reason to cut you off and I see that it can be like adjacent to something in your chart, I might point out where it's at so you can work on yourself while I'm out.
I got something to learn.
I care about your ego, which is the sun. You know what I mean? I don't care how you're perceived, which is the rising. I want to know, like, when you and I are kicking it, if I crack a joke to you, are you gonna fucking cry? Yeah. Long jeans, not jean shorts, long jeans with flip-flops.
No go.
You might as well call me daddy, because I'm over it. Like, there's no way.
Damn, that's evil twin. That mean we evil then. Evil twin. Got him back equal.
Hey guys.
Welcome to Evil Twin Podcast, episode 6, season 2.
We're here with our special guest today, Phoenix.
Zodiac signs and thoughts on them.
First of all, what's your zodiac sign?
I am a Sagittarius. Where are you guys?
I'm a Gemini.
No, you're not.
I am.
What? When's your birthday?
December
what?
21st.
Oh, okay. So you're like barely.
Yeah, I don't even really know like
she
the
knows
full
the dates.
definition of it. But
we're the same person. You're probably a little more grounded because you're closer to Capricorn, but
we're the same person.
Yeah.
She said,
but Gemini is the same as Sagittarius too, because like when you look at like the circle wheel, it makes a straight line right across to each other. So everybody has their equal and opposite.
So what do you mean by that? Exactly.
You feel like you know a lot about this.
So in Zodiac Signs, like there's an equal and opposite.
Okay.
So like Gemini is Sagittarius is equal and opposite, which means that we have a lot of distinctive quality traits that are similar, but we can also have a lot of things that we hate about each other because we're looking at each other in the face.
So
you know
do
what I
two
mean?
Sagittarius get along, or?
I mean, we're talking about sun signs, which is when we're born. When you talk about astrology, there's a whole natal chart, like all the planets, like all the houses. It's a lot.
It's a lot to think about. Do you usually feel yourself like attracted to the same signs, or like are you into that, or it just depends on the person?
That's a great question. I'm a Sag, so I very like go with the flow. Like I get along with everybody. I think it has to do with the cycle of my life. Of like where I'm at, because like sometimes I'll attract all Pisces, and I know for damn sure I don't want to date a Pisces, but they'll be all around me. So I'm like, should I date a Pisces? I'm
so
like,
what cycle of life would you say you're at?
I am in a limbo / heading into acceleration.
I can't even tell you.
That's both.
I'm like limbo, like I'm like right here, but I know that
accelerate.
like I'm in the car and the car is turned on, but we're not moving. But all I have to do is put it where I need it.
Just like that.
Like, but I'm not there because I'm like, I'm like playing with the phone. I'm like getting the music right. You know what I mean?
Wait, so let me ask you this. So if you meet a person and they tell you a sign, say you don't like this specific sign, do you automatically judge them off their sign before you get to know them?
No, because that's in itself a whole specific type of racism. I call it astrology racism.
Okay.
I think that's so messed up.
Okay.
But I do want to know someone's sign more like
right
intensely. Like I want to know like your moon sign. How are you with your emotions? I don't care about your ego, which is the sun. You know what I mean? I don't care how you're perceived, which is the rising. I want to know like when you and I are kicking it, if I crack a joke to you, are you gonna fucking cry?
Yeah. So what does moon sign mean?
Yeah, tell me about.
So your moon sign is your emotions, and also has to do with your relationship with your mother.
So are there different like?
We got all sweet.
As you can see, Mr. Harvey, we have a lot of.
I love my mama, but. Are there different categories of moon signs, or is it just?
So the moon sign goes with the same 12 zodiac signs. Like we're Sagittarius, so like somebody could have a moon in Sagittarius, but it also has to do with how you deal with emotions. So like if you have an Aries moon, you're probably going to be really immature with your emotions, very explosive, and then you probably have a very childlike relationship with your mom. It's probably a really good one. You know what I mean?
So have you ever started liking someone or started talking to someone and then you figured out their sign and you just kind of like cut it off, or?
No, I'm not that shallow.
Okay.
But
I like you think their signs.
Yeah, that's good news.
But I'm like, if you give me a reason to cut you off and I see that it can be like adjacent to something in your chart, I might point out where it's at so you can work on yourself while I'm out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So is there a sign that you don't like? Is there one that like you try to?
In total,
Bad luck
Cancers, like women and male Cancers.
So what month is that?
That is July. And end of June into July.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just missed it.
That's already more information than I have.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot.
They're just really like manipulative, which, hey, if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
Cancer.
I feel like cancers are put on this planet to teach everybody a lesson, but they're not necessarily the best people in themselves. But we need people like that to create a balance, you know, like good and evil.
What do you say like when someone says, "Oh, I feel like I have a quality from all the signs," or like, "I feel like I'm this way. I'm a Sagittarius this day, and I'm a Cancer this day." Do you feel like that's possible, or if you're a Sagittarius, you're a Sagittarius?
It's definitely possible because I think when we're like kids and we're very adolescent, we are more like our sun sign. Because like I said, that's ego. What do we not have control of as a child? Or ego. What like, mommy, I want this, you know? And you're like, whoa. But like as an adult, we know we don't need that and we walk away. So I think people that aren't mature, you can kind of tell right off the bat like what sign they are. But as people mature and things that would be like instantly like, oh, you're definitely a Capricorn, you're definitely this, it's harder to tell because you're putting all those things that would be easy to point out to rest. You're growing.
So that's deep. I feel like I'm damn.
I got stuff to learn. I have stuff to learn.
I'm in a school session.
And we are in church.
What is something a guy or a girl can do that is a deal breaker or annoying?
Wear flip-flops with long pant jeans. Fuck no.
So it's in how like appearance, like how they dress.
In that specific combo.
Jeans and flip-flops.
Yes. I don't care what else you want. If you want to wear Crocs, you know what? I might look at them a couple times, but whatever. I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But like long jeans, not jean shorts, long jeans with flip-flops.
No go.
You might as well call me daddy because I'm over it. Like, there's no way. No. But I think personality-wise, is someone that is super like explosive. Like I just can't deal with someone that like, I understand we all have our emotions and like I can be very explosive, but I always explain why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. And if somebody can't express themselves appropriately, I'm not here to date a 2-year-old.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I mean? So it's like I don't care, guy or girl.
It's something small, but like, you ever got like a DM from a girl and like the first thing they say is like, "I know I'm out of your league," and they continue to compliment you? I don't know why. It just rubs the wrong way. It's like off the ribs. Like I guess it's not confident.
You feel like that's a turn off?
Like if a guy said that too, imagine a guy saying that.
I understand from a woman's perspective why they would be like, "Oh, that's cute," because it is technically a compliment. You know, it's like, wow, like you think I'm like blowing the waters away. You know what I mean? But that's only for girls that are insecure. So like if somebody said that to me, I'd be like,
insecure.
Bro, like go look in a mirror and go give yourself a pep talk. Like you can get anything you want in this world. Like why are you being like this? You know? But like for a girl that's like, "Oh my god, like validate me," like that's perfect for her. So it's really situational.
Okay. What do you guys believe is your best feature in yourselves?
Oof.
Time to gas yourselves up.
We should do 3 for like mind, body, soul. It's like 1 would be physical.
Okay, physical.
Okay, and then like 1 would be like a personality trait, and then 1 would be like deep within yourself. Physically, I've been really blessed with my lips because I'm mixed. Spiritually, it would have to be like being open to everything. Like I understand like how there's no good and evil in the world. Everything's the same mirrored thing, and I think that's something like a lot of people don't see. They're like, "Oh my god, well this person hurt this person, they're evil," you know? And it's like, but why did they do that? Was it self-defense? Did they do it because they really hate that person? Like what's the reasoning? And too many people are like quick to jump. I don't think I have that. Okay, yeah, let's leave it at 2.
Yeah, too.
Physically, I feel like I have nice eyes.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Alright, fuck the eyes.
No, it works.
I would say I like my hair. Love my hair. Even though I cut it off, I mean I'm starting to dip on them. But that's okay.
Oh yeah, didn't you have like the little...
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
But I cut it off.
It's going
I'm a
on.
new man, yeah.
That was very youthful, you know?
Very
but
youthful?
I fuck with it, yeah.
Okay. Okay. The hair I did have?
Yeah, I mean, it looked good either way. I like this.
Okay.
this is very like don't play with me business before it was like I'm gonna play you a song and probably be an underground rapper.
She had a whole spiel.
Yeah, she knew it. Stand-up stage. She knew it. She knew it on comedic stage.
I was blessed with good teeth. I say teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Mentally more. I feel like I'm really compassionate towards people. So I feel like when people need like have problems and they need like a friend to talk to and just talk to during their downtimes, I feel like I've done a good job at
Very
this.
sweet kid.
Doing that.
You're such a little sweetie.
Oh, hold up.
That's when we talk about mamas.
And now y'all both bugging. Hey, next question.
I like the fact that I was raised in the church, and I just feel like I'm very in tune with my emotions spiritually. Shout out to my
Wait, so
mom and dad.
hold up. So do you think you're in tune with your emotions? You say you are?
I think so.
Okay.
No, you need to own it.
You need to own it.
I am.
What she said.
Say it again.
Hell yeah, I am.
All right.
Okay. I like that. Say it.
We're gonna go to church. Let's
I
preach.
am. I'm in tune with my
I need it all.
emotions.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
If my mother's black,
Okay.
can I promote my business as a black-owned business? Yes or no? As it being a mixed,
But that means you're black too.
you would think,
Yeah, no, exactly. You are.
No matter
Right?
hybrid, mix,
right?
we have black, and
But
it's
some
like.
people are saying like if I only have like 30% instead of 50%, or
But we
because-
could put it this way: like, are you gonna be profiled as a white girl when you get pulled over, or a black girl? And for me,
Like, I don't
easily, yeah, my mom's white, my dad's black. But when they see me, they don't say, "Oh, you're a white boy." No, they say you're a black.
Yeah, but at
kid.
the same time, I feel like if your mom's black, there's no thing
It's
around it. She's
if
black.
ands or buts about it. Like, you're black.
Yeah,
It
you're
doesn't
black.
matter how you look. Like,
right?
You know what I mean?
unless you have like 0.1% in you.
Yeah, if it's like that 5%, like that's
Come
a different
on,
story. But
Right.
if your
It's
mom's
like
black,
it's
there's
like
no other-
it's like a kid saying I can say the N word because my long distance relative has
Right.
a 0.25%.
But you were raised in the church, you said, yeah?
Right.
Okay, so if you were
Right.
raised in the church and people would say Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so if people say Christianity has to do with the father's side, so if my father's not black, in Christianity it says that I am not black then. But you go to Judaism and it says on the mother's side, so then it goes by the mother. So like when I've been asked this question before, people are like, well, since your father isn't, then you aren't. And I'm like,
No,
my dad's white as hell. So I'm like, okay.
It can go either way, but I really feel like at the end of the day, if you have a black mom or a black dad, even if you're mixed, you are considered black. Like,
And I agree, but there's so much colorism in our community,
Right.
you know. I actually say in their community, because when I say that, I'm saying like in the hateful black community, because that's a community I'm not a part of. I'm a part of like the black community.
Yeah.
But I've had a couple of people ask me like, oh, well, like how were you raised? So it doesn't really matter like my skin color or anything like that, but like where have I been? Where I've been around like that energy? Have I been around the food? What have I been
the
around?
culture, yeah.
Exactly, you
Yeah.
know, and yeah,
So
I have.
have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Like my mom does genealogy for a living, so she goes around and like actually puts on a board and is like, okay, here's all these people, like which one do you think isn't black? And like, because my grandmother is half and my grandmother looks white. You know what I mean? So like my mom like goes around and like talks about like percentages and like where like black really came
That's
from
dope.
and like how the white people actually got their pigmentation and everything like that. Because people will be like, oh, well, you wear braids, you're too white to wear braids, and it's like, man, you know, it's always something, you
That's
know.
what the
But
black
because
side
I'm
was, like,
lighter,
the
like
black
I'm
shit,
lighter
yeah.
than both of
Yeah.
you, I get a lot of shit for it. I
but you
don't
can't
know.
control it.
See, that's crazy because
Right.
I didn't even know you were like I thought you were something exotic. I didn't even know like from some far
Yeah.
away land.
No, I'm mixed with a lot of different things,
Yeah.
but when all those things like Egyptian, that's still in Africa, so that's African. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, yes, I have a bunch of different stuff in me, but like I also it all boils down to African. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
a whole
like,
list.
I know. I was like, I'm the United Nations. Here's my card. No, I'm mixed with like Sicilian, Italian, African American, and Native American, Egyptian, Irish,
I'm
Polish.
Irish.
I could see it.
I
It's
don't know
the
how you
beard,
can
guys.
see
It's the
it.
beard.
I couldn't see it.
Beard. I couldn't see it at all.
Yeah, it's like a lot. I got a lot. I have some like Middle Eastern that like we're just finding out about. But the thing too about this technology is because not enough people do it, when enough people do it, and like the numbers fluctuate again because it's like, oh, we have a whole new database, you know.
Right.
So it's hard to say like, okay, I might have 5% in this one day, but then the next day I have 15.
Okay.
You know, so I don't know.
To answer your question, I would say yes. Would you
You
agree?
piss off a lot of people on TikTok. I agree. I don't see color, but colorism is a thing, whether it's in the Mexican community, whether it's in the Asian community, whether it's in the Black community, colorism is a problem for sure. Like it really is.
Especially on social media, like even TikTok, people. I just feel like people are, first of all, they have too much time on their hands. Second of all, I don't even know where half these people come from. Like I don't even know.
Some of them are bots. Like they're like put on there to like.
You see the profile pictures.
Yeah, like people are like duetting me when I like had this on there, being like, well, you were adopted. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how was I adopted? Like, I literally came out of my mom. We look the same.
They say you're adopted?
Adopted because they don't want me to claim being Black. I had a white woman who's married to a Black guy duet me and say that I was and went on other people's pages who like messaged me and like comment and stuff that I just happened to find, you know, through like the trickle down effect. And she's like, oh, don't say that to her. She was adopted. Oh, she was adopted. This person. I'm like,
imagine doing that though.
She's a white woman about this topic, and I'm like, oh my god, this is why I don't ask questions anymore. And it's interesting because I don't know about you guys, but like growing up, do you feel like you've had it like down and out being like the color that you are?
I'd say events.
I think there's certain events, like, I think there's a time with all of us that we've been racially profiled, and not because we're white, but because we're Black, and that's the downfall of it. But I feel like we get, I don't know, maybe pretty privileged, if you want to say, just because we look different than the normal person.
What do you mean by pretty privileged? Like in a good way? Like
in a good way, like, they look different. They look different, so they... I don't know, maybe they're given more opportunities or more things.
Wait. So
we're not...
Hold on. Are you saying Black people have pretty privilege?
No.
Mixed.
I'm saying like mixed.
Yeah.
Mixed people.
Okay.
Like mixed people have pretty privilege. But even like a situation where me and my dad were driving on the highway and a white dude pulls out a gun in front of us and like slows all the way down and he stops us, like we're at a complete stop on the highway, and then my dad gets his license plate, calls the cops, and nothing's done. I feel like in that situation, if the roles were reversed,
got it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll be at the dude's house, guns drawn, everything.
Yeah, no,
I think it goes both ways.
I just find it interesting because, like, when I understand, like, African Americans for sure, Africans in general have it harder when it comes to America and how everything is. But I think there's something that like they're denying, because you get denied in the white community for being too dark, and you get denied in the Black community for being too light. So although I might not have been called the N-word with a hard ER and all this different stuff, when I was little, I've had my hair cut because the little Black girls on the bus would pin me down and they wanted my hair because it was loose ringlets instead of more texture.
That's
Do you know what I mean? So there's certain things that like, maybe I haven't been through what the Black community deems as dealing with their shit.
But you
so
still
like I've been, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, my dad's white. I sit at the dinner table, everybody treats me totally like I'm family, but I look around and I remember growing up like, wow, I don't look like anybody else. Then I go to my mom's family, everybody's different colors, you know, and everything like that. I look like everybody else, but because I speak a certain way or my manners are a certain way, I'm frowned upon and I don't fit in there. And that's technically the Black community. Yeah. So it's just really interesting.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be like cautious of it. Even when I'm stepping in like a white family's home, I'm cautious of how my hair is, like, am I, what am I wearing?
Sometimes like, you feel like you have to like change your demeanor.
Not like
it's just like actually.
But isn't that in society anyway? You know, you go to a business, and whether the business is Black owned or not, like you go and you wear a really nice top, you know, because you want to go get the job. Yeah. And then once you get the job, you kind of relax, you know. So I feel like in that aspect, that's kind of just society, though.
No, agree. But I'm saying like even if I went to like a Black household, right, and a white household, I might I'm not saying I might wear something different, but I might be perceived differently if I walk into a different household.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
Yeah, but that's like for any household, you know what I mean?
No, yeah,
It's
agree.
It's anyone, anywhere, any culture. You know, you go to an Asian household, you don't take off your shoes, you've disrespected them.
No, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so that has nothing to do with how you look or how you talk or what you're wearing, but it has to do with how you were raised. So there's always going to be something, but when it boils down to skin color, I really think that's just petty and immature, because there's Filipinos and then you have people in China that are whiter than the white people here, you know, and then there's still that colorism. So I think for someone to be like, oh well, can a Filipino be Asian owned? Yeah, so why can't a mixed girl be black owned? Like I'm literally getting death threats.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
Yeah,
I just feel
I
like
had to delete it all. I was like,
though.
forget it.
I just feel like in America, like it's even that much bigger of an issue with black and white, and it's been ongoing.
Well, it's because we don't have any culture in America. Even like white people. So say you're Russian. Russia has a culture to it. Do you know what I mean? But if you come over here and your eighth descendant is Russian and you're Russian and you come here and you say, oh, I'm Russian, and you don't have anything or anyone showing you about the culture, you don't have any culture. And that's why America's a melting pot, because there's no actual culture, but it looks like there is because of all the different colors we see.
I don't know if you know who Jane Elliott is, but she thinks she's like a kind of like a black advocate, just social, like civil rights advocate.
She's a white lady, right?
She's a white lady.
Okay.
I love Jane Elliott. But she says she mentions how America needs to be more like a salad bowl instead of a melting pot where everybody is acknowledged for their differences, and like we know you're different. We're not blind to your color. We know, we acknowledge that you're different, and we need to acknowledge all those differences and appreciate them. But I love Jane Elliott.
We don't need a melting pot in this country, folks. We need a salad bowl. In a salad bowl, you put in the different things. You want the vegetables, the tomatoes, the lettuce, the cucumbers, the onions, the green peppers, to maintain their identity. You appreciate differences. A melting pot does not appreciate differences, and this country ought to be about appreciating differences. That female wants us to be the same.
Actually, I have a question then for you. Yeah. So if that's the case, so say it's salad bowl, because melting pot is like, you know, if I got this from Africa, then you wore it too, and like if you're a white guy and he's Asian, he can all wear it. So that's where cultural appropriation steps in, though. How can we be like, okay, cool, I know you're different, when we're also making sure that there's always these walls up of never being able to be the same? Do you know what I mean?
It's a very complex, ongoing, never-ending thing. I feel like nobody really has an answer on what's supposed to bring about equality and change, but I mean, I hope we can find an answer one day. I hope
maybe
so.
not in this lifetime, but phone me in the sixth dimension. Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys believe, if you're a part of religion, do you have to believe everything about the religion to be said religion? So say if there's something you disagree about Christianity, can you still be Christian? Can you still be part of Christianity?
Go ahead, church man.
I would say there's no perfect that are against gay marriage, but there's still, I mean, like,
there's no perfect Christian, there's no perfect Mormon, there's no perfect Buddhist, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like as long as you practice, like if you're practicing that actively, I think you can still be a member and still be involved or whatever, but you don't have to believe everything that goes on in the church.
So what about like a big topic? Let's go straight for, let's say gay marriage. Okay. If your religion goes against gay marriage and you're for gay marriage, can you still be part of that religion?
I think you can. Just because you think a certain way doesn't mean, like, you can have certain feelings and thoughts. Everybody has different opinions on it. Everybody has different feelings and opinions on it, but like, I'm Christian and I don't really have like a hatred or anything towards gay people.
I hope so.
I would hope that everybody receives an equal opportunity in everything that they want to do, no matter if they're gay, straight, black, white, Asian. But
so then where's the
church?
Order,
but the church,
in the church?
That's what I'm saying. The church doesn't necessarily have the same thoughts on that, but that doesn't mean I'm going to hell.
Wait, real quick, I want to see what Phoenix is.
What do you think?
You're asking about religion, so you're basically asking, in a cult, can you
In a
have
cult?
a religion is a cult, 110%. It doesn't matter what religion. Companies are cults. You know what I mean? Like look at Monette, the hair product. All those girls being like, oh my god, you need to buy this product. Like that's a cult. They do everything together. They eat together. It's a mindset.
So what religion are you?
I'm not in a religion.
Not in a religion.
I'm
Because
spiritual.
you believe they're all cults.
But I pull from all religions because everything has truth. But everything has lie. Religion has been set up to herd the people. So when you say, okay, if you have a different belief, back in the day, you would be killed. Yeah, things are different now, but you would be killed. Would you not?
For sure.
So I really think that to ask about religion, yeah, you can have your free thinking because there's certain laws in place and stuff like that to protect you. But at the end of the day, like, you really can't be a part of that because then you're not abiding. So when you're not abiding, what are you actually following? Now you're no longer following what you go to church for every day. You know?
So you would say if you disagree with one of the beliefs of the religion, say one out of the many, would you unclassify yourself as that religion?
I mean, you would always forever have to explain yourself. Imagine that. Like, oh yeah, like I'm Catholic, but like I still like gay people. It's like, why do I have to say that?
I feel like
I feel like I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like you can be part of religion. You don't have to explain yourself to no one.
I think
like,
in 2021, absolutely. But I'm saying, like, if you break it down all the way back into the day when religion was just to herd people, it's still to herd people because it creates division. Religion is like this. You ever play that game, 2 Truths and a Lie?
Yes.
That's the Bible. There's truth in there, but there's a shit ton of lies. You know, they say that Jesus is the morning star. Well, they also say Lucifer is the morning star. So which light are you following? You don't even know. It's all about your interpretation. You think it's a positive light, yeah.
You need to be a preacher.
Well, I'm not trying to be
like
religious.
She seems like she got it all figured out. I can see her up there on Sundays with a dress on. Yeah,
Put me in a dress,
or whatever you can wear.
My cult is, I'm gonna start a cult. All right, you wanna be part of my cult?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Cult. I don't like that word.
My cult.
Like,
I mean,
that word does
that's
scare
what it
me.
is.
Yeah.
That word does
Religion
scare
is
me.
a cult. Look it up.
It's debatable, but
Let's debate.
You the one that brought it up?
Yeah, I'm like, it's really not debatable. Anything that hurts
Church
people
man.
into a specific mindset is a cult.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are bastardized for stepping out of it, which oftentimes you're shunned by the people, you're gossiped about, you can no longer be a part of like the Jewish Community Center or certain things like that, you know? So it's like, at the end of the day, that's what a cult does. It's just romanticized into religion.
boom.
But it's okay.
Hey, Josh, your turn.
Cause I'm a player, nigga. I'm a pimp, and I don't have to deal with
You got your shirt on backwards. Player.
players. Fuck up.
Boom.
Hey, your turn.
I'll let her drop the mic on that.
Sorry.
I don't want to cause the fire on the walls to go up. But
It's
that's
like we're
good.
both fire signs. We're like,
Yeah,
okay, blow this
Sagittarius.
house down.
Apparently we're supposed to get along.
I'm like, thank you for letting me have the last word.
Yeah, of
'Cause
course.
you know
yeah.
that you definitely wouldn't.
That's what people do in marriages too. They have the last word.
It must
Hey,
be
Happy
Jesus
wife,
in
happy
you.
life. Yeah, that's
Hey, that's
Jesus
how the saying
saying,
goes.
don't respond, son.
Hey guys, that sums up episode 6 of Evil Twin Podcast Season 2.
Amazing episode. If
Thank you,
haven't-
Phoenix, for coming out. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it
you.
very much.
We appreciate the energy
He's like, I
today,
get
but
And then, until next time, guys.
Make sure to go tune in, subscribe, follow us on the gram, and do that. Follow Phoenix. We'll put her link in the bio. Until next time.
Thank you.